Welcome to guided newspaper class. Hello everyone. Let me know that you're here. Give a message on the chat. Welcome to guided newspaper class. Hello everyone. Let me know that you're here. Give a message on the Yes. So let's wait for people to join in and then we can start. Yes. So let's wait for people to join in and then we can start. Hello. Yes. Let's wait for some time so that we can wait for other people and then we can start. Let's wait for people to join in and then we can start. Great. You can drop a message on the chat. So we have few people here. So welcome everyone. Okay, so in the meanwhile, today's topic is about innovative technologies at the helm of a digitally connected area. Okay, so this is what we are going to be doing today. So if you have joined, please write it on the chat and I'll just get started with this. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the class then. So in case you are doing this class for the first time, I am just going to repeat few important instructions for this class, guided newspaper class. So I'll read the article first aloud, which will help you in understanding how to speak. And then we will move on to the next part. So where I will ask you to write down certain words and explain those meanings to you. And then we will do guided speaking. So here I will be reading it out loud with the correct pauses and you have to repeat the sentences after me, as in where I'm taking a pause and where I am stressing. And finally, we will also gather options and then write few sentences on the words that we have learned today. Okay. So this is kind of a flow that we are going to follow for today's guided newspaper session. So let's get started. So right now, just listen to me carefully and pay attention to my words. And just try to understand what I am reading right now. Okay. So let's start. Today, India is on the threshold of enormous social economic transformation typified by rapid growth. The government of India has made a quantum leap in its digital metamorphosis by partnering with private players to create connected solutions that enhance social, environmental, and economic values for its citizens. India is among the top three global economies in terms of the number of digital consumers and the progress the country has made towards being digitally competitive. Poised to become a country with a billion digital users by 2030 or 2030, India will create more value by nurturing new and emerging digital ecosystems in key sectors such as education, financial services, manufacturing, energy, urban development, and healthcare. Progressive government policies are an impetus for technological and infrastructural development. The government's inclusive e-governance and Digital India initiatives have triggered a process of optimal accountability and accessibility by bringing multiple essential services closer to millions of people, empowering them and improving their quality of life. Okay. Transforming the citizen life cycle through connected citizen ecosystem solutions, including e-governance across domains such as e-education, e-healthcare, agriculture, and more is a priority. It is a conducive environment for businesses to come forward and partner with the government to power good and co-create connected solutions. Social innovation business solutions that blend advanced OT, that is operational technology, and IT, information technology, will usher in a new era of advancement. As NIT Aayog states in its vision document, Strategy for India at 75, sector specific technology and innovations will be critical drivers of economic growth, citizen welfare, and governance enhancement. A deeper look at some key sectors provide insight into how social business solutions using advanced technologies are introducing incremental value. Now, so how much were you able to grasp? How much did you understand? So you can just give a message here. Let me know how much did you understand. Maybe write the percentage. Maybe 60%, 40%, 80, 90%. So did you understand the meaning of the words? You can let me know by writing that on the chat. Let's see how much did you understand out of 100%. What's the percentage that you have understood? Were you able to understand the information that I was reading? Were you able to relate to what I was trying to say? So what was the okay 50%? And what about others? What was the percentage for others out of 100%? You can write it on the chat. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so that's great that some of you have understood some other words that we are going to see, and I will be explaining it to you as well. So any more people who wants to write on the chat about how much did you understand? What's your percentage? Okay. Okay. So now let's understand the article first. Okay, and then we will see the words that you haven't understood. Okay. So I am going to read the article now and explain it to you. In the meanwhile, you can write down the words that you find a bit difficult. You find it little hard to understand. Okay, not able to understand the meaning of that. So you can look them up in a dictionary or something for the meaning, so that it helps you in building your vocabulary, or also and also registering them in your head. So that's how you will be able to improve your vocabulary and use them as well. Okay, so let's get started. Let me explain about the uh, information that I have just read. Okay. Today, India is on the threshold of enormous socio-economic transformation typified by rapid growth. Okay, so first let's understand what is helm over here. Okay, innovative technologies at the helm. So helm means it's a position of control, just like how digital India, so how digital platforms are controlling, okay, the innovativeness that is controlling the entire scenario. So here again, if we read the first one, typified, so it means like an example or a representation that we have seen how things have been transformed. The government of India has made a quantum leap in its digital metamorphosis by partnering with private players to create connected solutions that enhance social, environmental, and economic values for its citizens. So here you can see how it's the government of India, how it just taken a sudden increase. Okay, quantum leap means it's increasing day by day. The digital metamorphosis, like this process of transformation from being able to work only on the physical state, and now everything has become digital. So you have digital media where there are private players to create connected solutions to enhance everything, your social, economical, environmental values for the Indian citizens. India is among the top 3 global economies in terms of the number of digital consumers and the progress the country has made towards being digitally competitive. So here, as you can see, that India is among the top 3 global economies, which is a very good, we have a very good number of users, consumers, and again, it is making it a competitive market, okay, digitally competitive. Poised to become a country with a billion digital users by 2030, India will create more value by nurturing new and emerging digital ecosystems in key sectors such as education, financial services, manufacturing, energy, urban development, and healthcare. Okay, so when we talk about poised, it means a very composed manner. Okay, so here you can see how it became a country with a billion of digital users, and it will become, and by 2030 we will have a billion digital users, which is a huge number of people. And it will also create, nurture means protect or care. Okay, it will also create new digital ecosystems for different sectors, like in education, financial services, manufacturing, energy. So if we talk about education nowadays, you can see, okay, how digital education, or you can talk about how digital media have taken over the entire sector, education sector. Okay, let's go to the next one. Progressive government policies are an impetus means driving force, for technological and infrastructural development. The government's inclusive e-governance and digital India initiatives have triggered a process of optimal accountability and accessibility by bringing multiple essential services closer to millions of people. Um, okay. Millions of people, empowering them and improving their quality of life. So here I'm talking about, if you see this, that we have this new initiatives of making India as a digital India. Okay, so you can see nowadays all of these essential sectors. Okay, everything is just in one go. Okay, you just have to use your phone or your digital media or your digital platform that you're using. So it is changing, or it is rather improving the quality of life. So let's go to the next one. Transforming the citizen life cycle through connected citizen ecosystem solutions, including e-governance across domains such as e-education, e-healthcare, agriculture, and more is a priority. Okay, these are the priority that should be given to first. Okay, through this connected citizen ecosystem solutions. It is a conducive. Okay, so conducive means you're trying to something is trying to cause or produce something. So this is trying to cause an environment for businesses to come forward and partner with the government to power good and co-create connected solutions. Social innovation business solutions that blend advanced OT and IT will usher. Usher means that will start something new if we combine these two, advanced OT and IT, in a new era of advancement. As Niti Aayog states in its vision document, Strategy for India at 75, sector-specific technology and innovations will be critical drivers of economic growth. Okay, so it will be critical drivers for economic growth, also for citizen welfare and governance enhancement. A deeper look at some key sectors provide insight into how social business solutions using advanced technologies are introducing incremental value. Incremental means that is increasing the value system. So let's see what is this how these advanced technologies are increasing the value system. Cash and digital, an economy in transit. While cash will remain the favored mode of transactions, particularly in semi-urban and rural India, digital payments are fast gaining preference. Now here nowadays all of us, we use GPay and we also use different UPI or any different kind of app to transfer our money. Okay, so here again digital payments, they are fast gaining preference. It is fast. Okay, it's again you don't have to ask for any kind of change, so it's quite, you can say, easy for the transaction. Okay, this ostensibly started with the government's demonetization initiative. So ostensibly means that appears to be true. Okay, it seems like it started when the demonetization initiative were taking place, to the subsequent introduction of UPI, like I said before, and other payment solutions. Backed by OT and IT, artificial intelligence, and advanced data analytics, India's payment infrastructure is progressing steadily. In February 2021, the RBI issued new guidelines for digital payment security controls. These rules will have implications for not only regulated banks but also third-party payment applications such as Google Pay, WhatsApp Pay, and Phone Pay on how they interact with their banking partners and store customer data. So here again, we have seen that in February 2021, the RBI, they issued new guidelines so that the payments can be secured. Okay, so that it shows how these online, you can say, payment applications, okay, how they are interacting with the banking partners and how it is storing the customer data. Okay, with increasing digital financial literacy, improved security, and more ATMs reaching semi-urban and rural areas, Indians across the entire socio-economic spectrum will have multiple options to choose from. So here, because ATMs and there are improved security that are reaching here in these areas, so India will have multiple options to choose from, Indians. So I hope that you have understood, and these are in this article. So I hope that you were able to grasp the meaning and the idea. So you can write down in the chat if you have understood about what this entire article was about. I hope all of you have understood the meaning and it is clear. So was this easy to understand? I hope you were able to grasp the meaning and the idea behind this article. So in this article, there are a lot of good words which you can use later, and it will add value to your answer, and you can always score better with a better vocabulary, but use the vocabulary as per the context. So I hope you have noted all these words down. So hope it was easy and everyone understood that. Okay, so let's move forward then. Okay, so now I'm going to read the article very slowly. So this is the part when we are going to do the speaking, okay, the guided speaking class. So here what you have to do, you have to repeat the sentences, okay, after me with the correct pauses and the stresses at the right time. Okay, listen very carefully and try to repeat. Okay, this is very important for your speaking task, and also the pronunciation, even that is very important, as well as your voice modulation. Okay, how you are reading, that's very important. Okay, so let's get started with this then. So I'm going to read, listen very carefully, and try to repeat after me. Okay, today India is on the threshold of enormous socio-economic transformation typified by rapid growth. The government of India has made a quantum leap in its digital metamorphosis by partnering with private players to create connected solutions that enhance social. So after every comma, you have to take a pause. After every full stop, you have to take a pause. Okay, maybe count like a second or two in your head when you read. That enhance social, environmental, and economic values for its citizens. So like I took a pause after social because there was a comma, also environmental because there was a comma, and then again I took a pause after a full stop. Okay, let's move ahead. India is among the top 3 global economies in terms of the number of digital consumers and the progress the country has made towards being digitally competitive. Again, after a full stop, you will take a pause. Poised to become a country with a billion digital users by 2030, India will create more value by nurturing new and emerging digital ecosystems in key sectors such as education, financial services, manufacturing, energy, urban development, and healthcare. Progressive government policies are an impetus for technological and infrastructural development. The government's inclusive e-governance and Digital India initiatives have triggered a process of optimal accountability and accessibility by bringing multiple essential services closer to millions of people, empowering them and improving their quality of life. Okay. So were you able to do the same way as I did? You can write on the chat, let me know. Let me know if you were able to read it the same way. You can let me know. You can write it on the chat. Hope you were able to you're able to read the same way with the correct pronunciation, also the correct pauses and stresses. Okay, so I hope that you are able to do it. Try to take pauses after every comma, after every full stop. Okay, so now you are going to post some sentences on the chat box. Okay, so try to use the words that you have learned today from this article and use them in framing while you're framing your sentences. So the question is, do you think that technology is transforming the education system today? Okay, you can write about how nowadays the students have online classes and how it is changing the entire scenario of gaining knowledge. Before it was just from your books or maybe from the classrooms, but now they have the entire digital media to gain such knowledge, and that too from an early age. You can also write down about how the education system has transformed. You can write it on the chat box. Don't feel hesitant. You can write down what are your views? What do you think? Do you think that technology is transforming? It is completely changing the education system nowadays? Or do you think no, it's not? It's the same. So what are your views? What do you think? Don't be shy. You can write down. Don't feel hesitant. Go ahead and write down these sentences. Try to use the words that you have learned today so that it gets registered. You can talk about the scenario of gaining knowledge. So go ahead, write down the answers. So you can also talk about how COVID situation, because of COVID, new way of teaching has introduced. So what are your views? You can write that down. What are your views? Yes. Okay. So keep posting your sentences, and remember, if practice is the key, so you have to practice, and then only you will try to excel. You will excel in your exams or in your test, in your writing, speaking, and reading tasks. So you can do this with yourself. You can try to do this by using different articles, by reading few journals, and try to use the way we just learned, okay, about guided speaking and how you have to take right pauses. So remember this, and till then you can keep on posting your sentences, and again you can think about it, you can think about your views and keep on posting them. And till then, Have a nice day and I'll see you again. Thank you so much.